Hey y'all, it's Queen Tingling. I don't know if you're new to my channel or if y'all been a long time subscriber or, but I'm glad to have I call y'all friends. Y'all my friends. And every once in a while I like to get on here and just talk about nothing but, I'm not talking about the lottery, okay? Let's put the lottery down for this video. So I'm a little bit kind of, I don't know, just been kind of disturbed all day. But, now I have done some good picks today, and I've heard from some people who have hit today. I congratulate all y'all. I guess what I want to talk about is this. Yesterday, Saturday, I have a problem. In order for me to stay where I stay, my deal was with my landlady down here at the back of my house. She got a mobile home down there too. So, this is not a mobile home. This is an old barn, what I stay in. But it's an okay old barn. Yeah, I'm comfortable here, I guess. It's right up next to the road, and that's what I like. It's right here on this highway. Anyway, so I can sit out and watch the cars. I like to get out and watch the cars and sit out in the yard sometimes and do things. And of course, I got my kitty cats out here. I always have liked. I don't know why, but I always have liked having cars around in front of the house right there. I've only been here maybe, I want to say going on 2 years now. So that means I've been cleaning her really about 3 years. Hold on a minute. Anyway. Come on now. Anyway. She old, I'm old, okay? But, I don't know exactly how to say this. When you're young, you just come into life. You do things a certain way. You're raised up different. We have certain issues and certain stresses on us, especially when we come into life. And it helps us to develop how we are later on. I came in this world with an alcoholic father that beat me like I wasn't nothing but a deadgum rag doll. And he made me work my ass off. Yeah. So, I've heard a little bit about her life too, and we've talked about it. And she didn't really grow up in a bed of roses either. But I think what a lot of her difference between me and her is when she grew up, fairly nice looking young lady. I mean, maybe I was fairly nice looking young lady, but I didn't know it because nobody ever told me. A lot of people look at me when I was young and say, "Oh, you so ugly." And that's all I heard all the time, is that, "Queen, you ugly. You ugly. I've never seen anybody so ugly as you." And I grew up, in my mind, I was ugly. And I held on to that belief on up until my 40s. Yeah. So I'm 60 now. What made me do a turnabout was be honest with you, I had to do a little stint in the jailhouse. I was in there for 8 months. I'm not going to go into that issue. But what it did was, they're looking at me when I'm in the jailhouse. They're saying, "Well, Miss Rebecca, why are you in here? I don't understand." And I told them when I was in there, which was really nothing really bad. It was administrative stuff. Having to do with my driver's license. I guess why I don't really get out and drive now. Excuse me. I drive when I have to drive. So anyway, what happened was this. While I was in there, it gave me time to sit down and reflect on life. And it showed me, let me tell you something, when you're locked up in jail, you see who your friends are and you see who are not your friends. And you know what? Especially if you're in there for 8 months, now that's a perfect time. That's a perfect time for somebody to sit down and just rest from life. Because you don't have to worry about the bills, you don't have to worry about no rent, you don't have to worry about light bill. You get fed it's what they say, 3 hots in a cot. And I think what helped me there, I'm about to cry, but oh Lord, I never played it back on time in my life that I guess maybe I was embarrassed about. And still to this day, I mean, you know, I didn't like being in there, but I did like it, because the funny thing, you go in there fighting, kicking, and screaming to stay out, but when you get in there, you don't want to come back out here, because you do develop relationships on the other side. When you're in incarceration, you develop relationships with who you're around. And there were a lot of other women in there that were in worse shape than me. There were a lot of other women in there who, especially young girls, and this is what I feel so sorry about young girls was, some of them had no education. No education whatsoever. Some of them had high degrees in education. Usually, the ones who had no education, well, they was locked up in there because they were desperate, stupid. I said it, yes, stupid. That's why I was in there, because I was stupid. The ones with higher education, that's what I'm talking about. That already went to school and got a degree, had already started a job, got messed up. You guys that either got into something that you didn't need your butt into, got greedy, got an addiction of some sort, I don't know. I'm not there to judge, okay? And this is not what this video is about. It's not what it's about at all. But my point being is when you take a break from life and you sit down like I was, you begin to put things into perspective. This is before I ever knew Queen Ching-a-ling. I didn't know Queen Ching-a-ling till after my little Migo passed away. And I think that's where Queen Ching-a-ling came from. I think he gave me Queen Ching-a-ling. But when I was there, I learned that we all have choices. We have choice to things that we believe in, things that we want. Do we want it? Do we not? You know, in fact, I used to be a really, really pack-me-down eater. God, I love food. I still love food to this day. But you know, I think one part of the reason why I ate so much then was I had that mindset. I had to eat all that was on my plate. I had to eat everything. And that was taught to me. It was taught a lot of stuff. A lot of my thinking came from things that I was taught. Things that I grew up thinking. So I had to unlearn it. I had to unlearn the fact that I thought that I was ugly. I wasn't ugly. My character may have been ugly sometimes, but I wasn't ugly. I had to unlearn the thought that nobody loved me. Well, that might have been true, but there is somebody God loves me. If nobody on the face of the earth gives a damn about Queen Ching-a-ling or gives a damn about me, I know that God loves me. And that's number one. And getting back to talking about other choices now. Now I'm going to talk to you about this when I didn't really, come up with this when I was there in that part of my life. But I came up with this because of the fact that I just knew that I have choices. And I always told people, you have choices. Choices based on what you do. Alright, that bug had a choice. He chose to crawl up my leg and got his ass smacked, and now he did. But we have a choice as to how we're going to behave in certain occasions. Certain things that set us off, certain things that make us angry. I'm 60 years old, and the lady behind me, she's older than I am. She's like 68. Alright. She doesn't go out in the house much. Barely. Doesn't even walk out the door. Doesn't even crack the door open to see the sunshine. Stays in that room constantly. She stays in the room constantly and never gets out, never gets to see the sunshine. I mean, she may have gotten out when she was younger, but not no more. Doesn't even stick her head out to see the things that are out here on the outside. I go out here on the outside all the time. Go out there, and I'm telling you, I was out in the yard the other day, and I seen this clump of yellow just sitting in the middle, looked like a mud hole, a little small mud hole, but they were sitting, and I noticed it was butterflies. Man, I drove up them butterflies, and them things just scattered all, but it was so pretty. And this time of year, that's what we got around here, is like tons and tons of butterflies, and they'll congregate up in a big pile. And it's so pretty to be sitting here watching them, and they just be fluttering and flying all over the place. Things like that you get to see. Just different things. You get out and see a different world. She sit there and watch TV all day. I ain't here to be her judge and jury, okay? The thing is, you have choices. You have a choice to lock yourself up into a prison of your own account. You want to go in and lock yourself up in the room and watch TV all day, that's you. That's on you. Alright? If you want to go out here and stay out all day and don't go in maybe till late at night or whatever, just stay out here and stay out in the yard or go out gallivant in the town, whatever you want to do, that's on you. You want to go out and work 2 full-time jobs and come home and rest for a couple hours and go back out and go to work again, that's on you. Maybe it's something you have to do. But, little ice in my mouth. When it comes how you treat others, that's what bothers me. So, yesterday, I guess what got me so upset. Now, I choose not to blow off the handle. I choose not to overexert my feelings. I stay calm because things are not that damn important to me. Some things are just not that. If it can be put off to tomorrow, then it's just not that serious. Now, things that can't be put off tomorrow, and I will say this, she got cats down there. I think she's been thinning out her cats here lately. Still got some in there. Because she got one cat in there that is pooping up the house. Went from one room, pooping and in behind stuff. I got back in there. I cleaned all that up. Sure enough, come back next day. Damn cat done went in there, crapped all over the damn back bedroom again. So this time I started rearranging things. Got set where the cat can't get back where he was at, pooping. But the same cat has decided that he want to go and poop in another spot. So he go in the laundry room, right in front of the washing machine, from the washing machine to the door. Oh man, from the washing machine to the door. And you can't even walk in there. And it made the whole house stink. Now that's important. If the cat had done something like that, you should have called me Friday and said, I need you to come down and fix this cat. Smell like the cat made a mess somewhere in the house. I need you to come down and fix this right quick. Instead of making I guess I'm going to call it a highfalutin decision because you think you load with money and you try to control, you try to run things your way. I could have waited till Saturday to do the clean. But cat shit clean, I'm sorry. It needed to be got up right then and right there. You could call me and said, hey, come and help me. Let's find this right quick, clean it, and get the stink out the house. But no. Sure enough, and I told the grandson, I said, son, we got to go down there tomorrow. And he's like, and the work. I said, son, you know that's how we pay the rent. Son, you know I need your help. Yeah, give me good things. I'm like, son. So he goes and he stepped all night long Friday night. Finally dozed off early in the morning, maybe about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'm like, okay. I'll let him sleep. Well, about 1 o'clock, 1:30, I woke him up. He dragged out of bed. He don't want to go down there. Oh, yeah, and do me? I said, yes, it's not going to be that long. We're not going to be down that long. He dragged, God dog. And it's like, well, I knew at 3 o'clock, okay, son, we got to be down there. She called me up. What the blanky is going on? I told her, I said, I'm having a little problem with him. Well, that ain't my problem. I'm like, we'll be down there shortly. And I'll put my clothes on now. And a little bit later, after I done still having to fuss and argue with him, and I told him over and over again, get your clothes on, but yet he want to go back there and sit in the bathroom and drag tail. I said, son, we got to go down there and do what we got to do. And she texts back up and she said something. I said, maybe you should do it in the morning. I don't know what the heck's going on up there with y'all, but maybe you should start doing it in the mornings. I said, I've been thinking about doing that myself because it might work out better. So she said, all right, starting after Dayla's going to do it early in the morning. Fine. So my assumption was that we were going to do it early this morning. This is Sunday night. So I'm like, okay, we'll just take a break for right now because it's just not that. Boy, we'll go early in the morning, go down there and take care of business. 4:30 comes. She takes me back. She says, what the hell is going on? And I told her, I thought you wanted me to come in the morning. No. All right, I'll be down there in just a minute, okay? And I told her, I said, son, we got to go down there. So by this time, he's already woken up and got his head together. And he's still fighting me. He takes my stuff, he goes on out the car. I had to finish up doing what I was doing. It take but a minute. All right, I go on out there, and I didn't even get in, hadn't even gotten in the car yet. Phone ring. I asked him, I said, who is it? He looked at the phone, he said, well, it's back in the back. I answered the phone, yep. Boy, let me tell you something. She slapped, cussed me out. And the more I didn't even talk. I just sitting here, chill back. When I get into a situation like that, when I got the other person on the other end of the phone and they're cussing me out, I ain't gonna fight with you. You couldn't get me to fight with you if you turn around, smack me in the face, and hit me upside the head with a brick. I ain't gonna fight with you. I'll just listen to you and listen to how silly you acting. But further than that, I ain't gonna fight with you. I don't want to hear it. So the more and more she got caught up in her own arguing, the louder she got. And the louder she got, you know, us being old and our damn hearts ain't that good no way, the more stress was put on her. And I said, Sue, you need to calm down. You need to calm down now before you have a heart attack. And when I said that, oh, Lord, she got even louder. So loud she could have jumped right through that phone and just buried my head into the sand. I said, Sue, and then I could hear her husband yelling at her. So you need to calm down. You need to calm down. Well, I'll calm down. And then eventually, the way the phone called in, she hung up on me. I'm like, son, you see what's happened now? Let's go down there. And sure enough, I walked in there and I think, not that I was thinking about it, because I mean, there's hardly any dishes to do because I would go down there twice a week. There's not really a lot to do. I knew she wasn't going to have no trash rest pulled out because we just pulled the trash out. But we walk in and the house smelled like cat shit. So I'm thinking that's what it was. She didn't tell me about that. But my moral of my story here on this particular talk is that there's no sense in getting all riled up like that. There's no sense when perfectly good human beings are going to sit here and take life so serious that it's got to be done a certain time, it's got to be done a certain way, it's got to be done right here, right now, and unless it's a true emergency. If it can't be put off till tomorrow, it needs to be dealt with. But we all have choices to how we act and how we handle things. We all have choices. My thing is this. I believe in God. I believe that I'm not going to last much longer. I mean, honestly, I'll last as long as the good Lord wants me to. But I'll be lucky if I last another 10 years on earth. I'm right now, I'm counting my days. I got a bad heart. I have a lot riding against me. But I'm not going to sit and waste what time I got on myself. I'm not going to sit here and waste what time I got getting all frustrated at other people and getting upset because they didn't do something exactly the way I wanted, or because they couldn't do something in a timely manner the way I want it. Like I said, if it can't be put off tomorrow, if it needs to be dealt with, deal with it now. If you can't deal with it, or if it can be put off tomorrow, it's okay. Just let them come back tomorrow. It's earlier. It's better to get a more timely, earlier start when things are better. We don't know how other people's lives are. We don't know. I need to cut this video short. But I just want to put those 2 cents out. You know, when we get older like this, let me just say this, cut this video off. When we were young, it was one thing to take life too serious. But when you're old and you still haven't learned how to deal with life, and you still take things too serious, say something ain't clicking right. Something ain't clicking right. In your old age, by the time you're old, you should have already learned enough to survive on this earth. You should already have something clicking somewhere for you. There's no point in wasting your last years all upset, getting all that hair. And there's no point in taking life so seriously. I say let's get out and have fun. Let's get out and hit that lottery. That's what I like to do. I like to call these numbers out so all my friends out there can hit the lottery. I mean, like I said, several people hit today. So we got tomorrow to come. They got all next week. So let's get to picking numbers. This be Queen Tingling, and out of here. Ciao, y'all.